There's different problems for all of them. Some people don't want their money till next year because taxes. Some people, like you said, they need to be walked through what the process fully looks like. Trying to make the process easy for them.
Just being a human. Don't be a robot going through that's why scripts are great, but they're also bad. You know all the salespeople that call you and just like, have you done this? Have you done this? Are you doing this? And it's like, that's nothing.
I'd love to be able to close a deal in 1-2 phone calls. You don't want to pressure it into that, but that should be your goal. Okay, how can I close this deal? You don't want it to drag on for 3 years.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the episode. In this episode, guys, we're talking about building relationships to close more deals in your guys' land business. And last episode, we talked about building relationships through, your text, your cold calling, your mail, your website, and different things like that. But as always, I'm here with my brother and business partner, Ron Apke. Super excited to get into this one.
Yeah, excited to get into it.
In the last episode, we talked about how to build relationships and build trust through your virtual presence, your website, your mail, just adding a personalized touch. This one, you get the lead back. How do you build that trust? How do you build that relationship to actually close the deal? I'm excited for this one.
I love this part. I love this part of the business because it is a huge impact part of the business. You see the top people who are doing this, they are closing significantly. I don't know what percentage it's going to help in this business, but having the sales ability, and that's what sales is, building relationships, problem solving for sellers, everything like that. It is a huge lever for people in this business.
Yeah, and this is where you really see people make it or not make it in this business. And it's not necessarily due to your ability all the time. It's more due to, that. And I think just not being aggressive enough and being scared to call back and being scared to negotiate, not being comfortable with it. It's and comfortability is one thing, but just being able to do willing to over and over again, no matter how uncomfortable you are. I think that's the biggest thing. And then naturally, your sales ability goes up with time, and you understand, and you can read people over the phone, and everything just gets easier.
Mm-hmm. And it starts with the relationship. All those conversations, the hard conversations become easier if you build a relationship on that first phone call, if you build a relationship with the seller. There's so many different people building relationships in so many different ways with sellers. Some people are meeting them in person. Some people are sending them gift cards and gift baskets. There's a company that is sending cookies to people. I don't know if you've seen that company who's it's for salespeople essentially to send to their clients. It's a business around that. There's so many different ways to build relationships that don't cost more or cost nothing. It's just part of the conversation. But yeah, it's a huge. It starts with the relationship, I think.
Yeah, it's multiple things put together, just kind of like we were saying. It's those small touches here and there. But the biggest thing that's going to drive the needle is your phone presence and building on the call. You can send them cookies. You can send them this. You can send them a postcard, happy birthday. All of that matters, yes, and it adds to it. But if you can just get on the phone and build a relationship and trust with the person over the phone, that's going to drive the fastest results.
If you think of, just thinking here of any other business that you're dealing with $100,000 leads, because that's what these leads are, $100,000 potential profit leads, a lot of them. Think about how a salesperson treats a huge lead. That's a once a year type of lead for some companies that are having huge sales and they sell 15 things a year and they're all 6 figures. You treat those leads so well and take care of them, do so much stuff for them. That's what these are. These are high quality leads or high value leads, and you got to treat them like that.
Yeah, and when you're saying that, my mind was rushing to things we used to do at the old company for people, and just you fly, you take them, you bring them on these vacations, you cater to them. Not saying to do that in this business, but $100,000 lead, $200,000 lead, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. A little different when it's a one-time sale.
It's a one-time sale, so it's a lot different. But still, that is a really, really big lead.
Yep. And if it can help you a couple percent, spending a little bit of money. And again, we're going to talk a lot about the phone stuff. But what on the phone, Dan? Let's just start with that first phone call, because what we did in the last episode, we talked about marketing, essentially, getting to that first phone call, or how do we get more people on the phone that are interested? What makes that first phone call? Is there anything specific that you can think of? Or is it just they remember who you are after that phone call?
Yeah, you want to start building the relationship from the first contact for sure. Yeah. Right away. That's your goal. Obviously you're seeking information, but while you're doing that, you're naturally building a relationship, and genuine curiosity helps with that. That's always been my kind of approach, is curiosity and just being a human. Don't be a robot going through that's why scripts are great, but they're also bad. And they sound like, all the salespeople that call you and it's just like, have you done this? Have you done this? Are you doing this? And it's like, that's nothing. You know what I mean? Like they get a lead and they're just asking qualified questions. Like you can build a relationship and you can have those, but you want to ask questions outside of them, be interested, understand their motivation, just talk to them as a human. Don't have a 1 hour conversation about football necessarily, but bring those little things in and get to know them.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. And curiosity, like getting the story behind the land, like I think that is like what can get them.
It opens them up.
100%. Like, yeah, this land's been in my family for X number of years. Then you can empathize with that. You can sympathize with that, with their situation. So I think that's such an easy way because it gets you information about the land too, and it also like shows that you care about it. Like, wow, that's crazy. You've owned the land that long. When's the last time you've been to the land? Everything like finding a reason or finding the story behind the land, I think is such a simple part of the first call, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. You can build the relationship over their experience with the land and kind of sympathize with that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Some of the people are going to be like, yeah, I haven't been to it in 20 years, but I used to love this land. We had a cabin on at one point. Really having a conversation around that stuff's cool. And they're going to like it. And they're going to maybe like, okay, he's going to take care of this land, or he's going to find an end buyer that's going to take care of the land.
And in general, you want to control the conversation for sure, but people do like to be listened to. Most people, I should say, like to be listened to. And if you just kind of listen and ask questions, but you're also digging in and you're learning about them as well to help your business in the future. You're just building a bunch of ammunition on what you have and getting all the facts and the information before you actually close it. But I think that's such a big thing, Ron, is just building, like from the second you call back, is just having that mindset. Like, how can I build a relationship? And the hardest part about sales is like, yeah, this sounds great. But what happens when you get the grumpy man on the, who's just like, hello, is this your land? Yes. What do you want? You like that type of person. Like you will get those, but you can build a relationship with them. You really can. It might not be the first or second call, but you eventually open them up and you can break them.
They're a completely different person once they open up.
Yeah, they're in their shell.
And you'll know when you like got through because they're not going to be the same person. Like they're going to be opening up and they're going to remember you. Those are cool conversations to get through, or like those are cool leads that where you go from like, yeah, a grumpy person to like someone who's opening up to you. It's really cool to see.
And so the best time to build a relationship, obviously the closer you can get to someone to one-on-one is the best. Like if you can go to someone's door and shake their hand at a meeting or with a meeting and show up or take them to lunch or something, it's always going to be the best. You're going to learn about them. They see your body posture. They see you looking at them in the eyes. You build that trust over time. Obviously, we're doing this over the phone, so it makes it much, much more difficult. So most of the time, you're going to keep it over the phone, especially with our clientele. But I've heard of a lot of people also adding things like Zoom calls or Google Meets in there. Get some FaceTime with them. Send them a family picture over text. Things like that. Like think of just building that trust in multiple ways. Like the phone, yes, but how else can we do it?
Yeah. No, that's a really good point.
If you can set up a Zoom or a Google Meet meeting with them at a specific time and they're actually a good lead, like you can. Think of how we close all the deals.
You can share a screen. You can show a lot of stuff. You can show what you've done.
They see you face to face. Yeah.
100%. I think. Yeah. I mean, the more personalization, like I'd love to be able to close a deal in 1-2 phone calls. And like, that should be, you don't want to pressure it into that, but like, that should be your goal. Like, okay, how can I close this deal? You don't want it to drag on for 3 years. If it does, it does. But yeah, building that relationship from the start. And a lot of people think money kills deals, like price. Like it doesn't. Like money is, for the most motivated sellers, money is not the most important thing. Like they want to make sure they're selling, for the most part, they want to make sure they're selling to the right people. They want to make sure, like they do want these relationships. It means a lot. Like even if money is the most important thing.
That's to get their money.
For sure. Even if money is the most important thing, but they don't trust the person who's offering $10,000 more, it's a problem.
It's the amount of money. Or you're saying it's not necessarily the amount of money. It's just making sure they trust that the money's coming in the given way. There's the trust around it.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it for the money, but they want to trust it.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a service, though. Like what we're offering is still a service. Like who do they think? Yeah, even if they trust that the other person's going to get their money, they might think it's going to be a headache, or maybe they just don't want to sell to that person because they haven't enjoyed the conversations.
It's true. Or they took a long time to respond.
$5,000-$10,000 for someone, like especially like a grumpy old man. Like I'm not selling to you. You're being an asshole to me.
Yeah.
So there are other aspects that go into it for sure.
Ever wondered how land investing can be the fastest path to financial freedom? I break it all down in my new book, One Lot at a Time. I'll show you exactly how to find, buy, and flip land for huge profits. without dealing with houses, tenants, or any crazy renovations. It's simple. This is the book that I wish I had when I first started. If you're ready to take control of your financial future, grab a copy now. One Lot at a Time by Daniel Apke. Find it at your local bookstore or on Amazon.com. Yeah, and the number one way to build relationships too, going back to that, is like, one, when you call them back and do it fast, but don't do it and be blind. You'll lose a lot of people by just going in with no information.
Prepping.
It doesn't even need to be a lot of prep. Read the freaking notes that they sent.
Yep.
It's like, you know, when you fill out a long form and you go in, they haven't even reviewed it.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Always a turnoff. Like, always. And if they're like, well, I just talked to your guy for 10 minutes. Did you not listen to that?
You'll have call recording. Yeah.
Yeah, you got call recording. Just listen. It sounds like a motivated person. Just get your knowledge. Be like, I heard you talk to Deborah. That's some awesome stuff. You've owned that land 20 years. You're looking, you know, to potentially sell it, and you hunt and stuff on it still. That's great. I'm a hunter myself. Like, build it from the start by having some ammo and not just acting like they're just a number on a board. Because that's what the feeling is when that you call back with nothing and they just spent 10 minutes with your answering service.
And you talk about trust, and like, I don't like this when it comes, because I see this in our businesses, like if it comes off like this, and when you have disconnect between employees, which someone who's answering the inbound call, theoretically, they seem like an employee, you know, they're answering. Deborah, for example, is answering, like when there seems disconnect, Deborah to Ron now, and there's disconnect, like, okay, what's broken with their business? And that loses trust, I think, when the business feels a little broken.
It's not streamlined.
No, it doesn't feel good from the seller's perspective. Like, why would Ron not know about Deborah's conversation? Why did Deborah not tell? And it's just it feeling smooth, and then they're gonna believe, like, even if it's subconscious, they're gonna believe that the transaction is gonna be more smooth.
Yeah,
like, hey, like you said, like quoting back to what he said to Deborah.
Oh my gosh,
what she said to Deborah.
Goes a long,
such
long
an
way.
easy
You'll
thing
beat
to
out
do.
most people just from doing that. So think of that. You call a place. Deborah answers. She asks you a set of questions. She's really nice. She's like, oh yeah, one of the team members, probably Daniel, is gonna call you back here. So just be on the lookout for a call, something like that. Hangs up. 7 minutes later, bling, rings. Hey, man. Hey, John, how you doing? I saw you talk to Deborah, and you're just coming off like that. It's like, that's a good place to be. You're in good hands. You're doing what you're saying. It feels legit, you know, versus Deborah calls, boom, 5, 7, 10, 12 hours go by. The person doesn't get a call. You call back, and the first thing you say is, hey, is that right? You own 20 acres? Blah, blah, blah. And you're just asking the same exact questions Deborah asked. It's disconnected. It's a big difference.
The conversation continues versus the conversation starts over again, essentially.
Yes. Because I deal with that a lot with just like people trying to sell me things. It's like,
it's a waste of time. It's frustrating.
It's a waste of time. Shows disconnect.
Yeah. That's a really good point. And simple. Like, all these things that we're saying, guys, are simple. It's just like you got to follow through and do them. And these make impact. Like, they are impactful for sure in businesses. Like, stuff like that is going to kill deals. Like, people ask why you're going to get ghosted less if you have that relationship. You know, some people talk about like being ghosted after they send a title, or like having trouble getting a hold of sellers. You're going to be ghosted less if you, not saying for 100% less, like it might still happen, but you're going to be ghosted less by sellers if you have that relationship. If you build that relationship on the first call, like, okay, think about my offer. Let's have a follow-up call next Tuesday.
Yeah.
What time works for you? And that's one of the next things, Dan, that I want to talk about. Like, yeah, you can talk about Zoom calls, but having a confirmed time for that next call.
Yeah.
So you leave the phone with George. Deborah was the inbound. You talk to George. Hey, Deborah said this. I think I'm looking at the land right here. It looks like it has this really good road frontage. I love it. A little bit of slope, but that should be fine. I think for this we can offer around $23,000. Think about it if you need to. Everything like that. If you're ready to go now, but like ending the phone call with like,
but
okay,
get their feeling too.
For sure, 100%. That's just speeding through it. But I'm getting to the end of the phone call. End the phone call if it's a follow up, like date and time of the follow up. Put it on your calendar. It's not like, let me call you this time. Like, what time works for you? Next week, is that enough time for you to think about this? All right, let's follow up then. And like, just reiterate who you are, I think, and just end it like that, for sure.
Yeah, and then they're confirming a spot, and their show rate goes way up because of
Send
that.
them a text after, like, just we're good for next. I'll give you a call. Take your time, think about it. I'll give you a call if you do. If you do come to a decision earlier, like, we can get this deal closed really fast.
Yeah, and if you have something else in mind, let me know. For sure. And then that's more for mail in the inbound. So you sent mail out and you're getting a call and it's an answering service. That's kind of what we just went through.
Kind of for any time you're on the phone with someone, though, really.
Correct. All the philosophies, yeah.
100. Build the relationship. get them an offer if you're at the point where you can get them an offer. Obviously, see what they want first, or see what they're asking for. Review the land while you're on the deal. But like, yeah, that's the sequence of it. And some leads are going to be, you're going to have to set 12 calls. Sometimes they're going to not show up next Tuesday or not answer the phone next Tuesday.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, some leads, it's going to be a 1-call thing. First time you close them, you did a good job building a relationship, but it starts with that. Like, I think that first minute on the phone is so important.
Yeah, and closing them or not, like that's a lot goes into that, and we won't get into that as much. This episode's more about building the relationship to close more deals, because if you do the things we're talking about, you're going to naturally close more deals.
You got to give every lead a chance, and that's what I say with our sales people. Like, you need to give every lead a chance to close. If you are like, maybe it's a 5% chance lead, and there's leads like that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like even if you do everything perfect, like they're probably not going to close. But if it's a 5% chance lead and you do it 20 times,
yeah, you got a deal.
25% leads, you're going to get an extra deal. And that's what it is. It's attacking every lead, not attacking, but like attacking every deal, attacking every potential deal.
Yeah, and another way you can build relationships, getting creative with them and working with them and their wants and needs.
For sure.
Like everyone has specific wants and needs for their land. They want more money. They want this. They want that. Can you close in 6 months? Can you follow up in 2 months? I'm ready to go. I just need to wait till the end of the year. Everyone has these things, and when you work with them and provide solutions and options, they really like that, and they show that you're on their side.
Problem solving, because there's a problem. Like, figure out on that. You can figure out that first call. Like, what is the problem? Like, sometimes it's gonna be money. Sometimes it'll be like, I just don't trust. Like, then the trust. Maybe you have a local title company you've worked with. We've done that so much with title companies where, like, I'm not taking your money from you. Like, it's not, or my money's not going to go to you. Your deed is not going to go to me. It's going to go to the title company. They're our middleman protecting. Let me give you
both sides.
I use Elizabeth all the time there. She's amazing. They're really close to where you live, actually.
Yeah, 10 miles down the road.
100%. And like, those are things where you can use
and
resources.
Go there in person, get your money in person. If you don't trust it, I'll connect you with Elizabeth, though. Yeah, that's huge. What else? I remember using that one a lot with the title companies. What else did we do with little things like that? Is there anything else?
Like,
we talked about last episode virtually, like send them your reviews and your website and all of that.
Yep.
Don't trust me. Listen, I'm the owner here. I'm the salesperson here. Don't trust what I say necessarily. I'm going to send you some cool things after this to show you like some other people we worked with. We worked with a person right there in Roberta too, and closed that deal last week. So I'm happy to show you those reviews. I'll send you a link out, things like that.
Yeah. I think it starts with the connection. Problem solving is huge, like we just talked about, like figuring out the problem, trying to solve it. There's different problems for all of them. Some people like don't want their money till next year because taxes. Some people, like you said, there's a lot of different situations. Some people just they need to be walked through what the process fully looks like. Problem solving, follow up, everything like that. Like those are the biggest things, I think, honestly.
Yeah. So
trying to make the process easy for them.
So let's just go over this process to kind of sum it up here. So call back shortly, right? So
yeah, quick callback.
Quick callback. Use the information you already collected and compound on it. Build the relationship from the first conversation. Really dig in. Get them talking. Try to get them to open up a little bit, right? You're just poking. Don't expect to do everything on the first call unless they're ready to go, and then get it closed. But most of the time, they need to be prepped a little bit. So start building the relationship right away. Set a follow-up date and a time, and confirm it with them. What else did we talk about?
You say problem solving. Then you'll probably find out their problems on that second call, honestly.
Yeah,
like maybe they're going to
second.
accept your offer. Maybe they're going to okay, I kind of want to do this. I'm nervous. Then that's when the problem solving comes in.
Problem solve. Try to find a way to work with them. Figure it out with them. Trying to think, are we missing anything? Just be a human.
Yeah. That's good advice. Like, it's not like sequential everything. Like,
no.
we talked about the sequential stuff.
They can be ready to go. Like, hey, stop talking. I'm ready to go. I already signed the purchase agreement and I'm ready to go. Like, get it closed. I'm just saying when people are taking a little more.
Yeah.
Which is most people.
For sure. Yeah. It's not always, every deal is different, but the biggest things, like, build a relationship, like, be a human to them. Don't think about it just like a number, a deal number. Like, think about them, like, their situation. Like, have empathy with where they are, what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing. Like, if you're just like, I don't know. I don't remember, maybe early in our land career where you're a little more desperate. Like, it's like you feel like you're fighting for every, but like since then it's like, It's just like you're going to get more deals by being a little more laid back in the situation.
I agree. I think that's good.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys didn't watch, the previous episode was on the marketing part. How do you build relationships with marketing? This is sales, this episode. Previous one, how do you build relationships with marketing? How do you customize your marketing for yourself? Hit the subscribe button below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, leave us a review. We appreciate it so much. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining.